Hi, my name is Kasper Johansen and I'm your YouTube philosopher. Today I killed a fly. So what? One could think. But it made me think. But first let me tell you what happened. I was working at the computer, and my computer is on a desk right beside the window. So this fly was buzzing around the corner of the window, and it's such a window that you can only open it on top. You cannot open it this way so the fly just can fly out. That's the good thing. If you have a fly and it's buzzing around the window, you can open a window like this and it flies out. But I can only open it on top in this window, and I opened it on top, and I tried with a newspaper to gently nudge and try to lead the fly up to the window. It wouldn't. And I did this for, I don't know, 5 minutes or a really long time. From my perspective, I tried to nudge the fly out, to fly out this window and stop annoying me with the buzzing, really irritating buzzing. And in a fit of rage, I squashed the fly. And I saw it did this with its legs and with its wing, and I squashed it some more to make sure it was dead. And first I was this, haha, but you took a lot of my time, fly, actually about 5 minutes, and I tried to gently nudge you out to fly out of this window and help you. You wouldn't listen, so I squashed you. But then I felt remorse, and that's what this video is about. I killed a fly, so what? What are the moral implications of killing a fly? It was a common housefly, at least that's what I think it was. I'm not an expert on flies. It looked like a normal housefly, and they say a normal housefly lives for 25 hours, right? So I was thinking, okay, I killed this fly. It could be it had 2 hours left. It could be it was just born 5 hours ago. I didn't know. And does it actually live for only 25 hours or 24 hours? I don't know. So I googled it, and actually a housefly can live up to 25 days. Approximately little over 2 weeks they usually live. So this fly could have, it could have been born yesterday, and it had almost over a couple of weeks left of its lifespan. So then it made me think, okay, that's a very short lifespan. Even if it's 24 hours or 25 days, it's still a very little speck of lifespan compared to my life. I might be 80 or 90 or 100, I don't know. Man can live for a long time. But does that give me the right to say that this fly doesn't have some sort of enjoyment for that 25 days? Or maybe the 1 day it has left. I don't know. I can speculate how old this fly was when I squashed it. I don't know. There's nothing to tell me that how when I looked at the fly, there's nothing to tell me how old this fly is. So I can speculate about this for forever. But life and lifespan and life enjoyment is not about quantity, it's about quality. And who am I to judge about the fly's quality of life? It might not have a big quantity of life, but it might have some quality over that life. Hopefully, I don't think buzzing around a window when it cannot go further is probably not quality for this fly. But if I didn't squash it, if I didn't let my annoyance of this fly and my fit of anger, squash this fly. It might go some other way in an hour or 2 or 3. I just wouldn't hear that. It kept annoying me. But again, who am I to judge over this fly's quantity or quality of life, because it doesn't have quantity. But again, it makes me think about, is there something ethical wrong about me just killing a fly and thinking, you annoyed me? Is there any moral implication of this? Is it wrong on some level? That's what it made me think about. And made me think about, if I wouldn't do it with a cat, if a cat annoyed me with scratching on the furniture, or maybe it has one of these tools for scratching, it makes a lot of noise. Sometimes a cat do like meow and walks around you. It could annoy me if I sit at the computer maybe. I wouldn't hit the cat with the newspaper. And why is that? That's because I can look into the cat's eyes and I can see that it suffers. I can see from an expression, maybe it yawns or cries out that it doesn't like being hit with a newspaper. And we generally don't think that a cat or a dog or a horse, that we should beat them. It's actually illegal. We have laws against animal abuse, that we're not allowed to hurt animals deliberately and kill them. Not flies. I cannot. Nobody will drag me into court for squashing this fly. Lucky me. And I'm not saying in this video that one should, of course, go to jail for squashing a fly. I'm just thinking about the moral implications of this. Because I wouldn't hurt a dog or a cat. Because I believe, actually I know, I can look into his eyes and see it is a sentient being. It has consciousness. I believe it has consciousness, and we generally think that a cat and a dog has consciousness, and it's a sentient being. But I was thinking about this again with quantity and quality, the thing about quantity and quality. A dog is a sentient being, has consciousness. It might not has as big amount of quantity of consciousness as I does. It doesn't read books, it cannot drive a car, and so on. But we still think it's wrong to hurt the dog. That's because it's not about quantity, but the quality. We believe that the dog or the cat has enjoyment, and it shouldn't be hurt because we know that it feels pain, and we can see that it dislikes this pain, and we want the cat and dog to have enjoyment and welfare over its life. So I wouldn't hurt a dog. But again, I have more quantity of consciousness than a dog, at least I hope. And I'm more sentient than a dog, right? But it's still wrong to hurt the dog. But again, with the fly, we believe, that's actually a thing. Does the fly have consciousness? Or is it even remotely sentient at one level or another? That's also a thing you can ponder about. We generally say it probably doesn't have that much, probably nothing at all. But again, this is speculation, because the fly is strange to us. We can't look through the fly's eyes to see if it's in pain or something. We can see the flickering of the wings and the legs, but there's nothing that really tells me that the fly is suffering. Like when I hit a dog, you can see that it dislikes being hit. But I'm speculating. And again, it's about quality and quantity, right? What if the fly has some level of consciousness, or is sentient in one way or another? We usually think that a fly might be totally automatic, like it's organic. It's an organic machinery, an automata, an automatic organic machinery just flying around, but it doesn't have any level of consciousness really whatsoever. That's speculation. I really don't know if the fly has an enjoyment of some sort flying around doing what a fly does. Who am I to judge over this fly? What gives me the right to say, this fly doesn't matter, it doesn't have any level of consciousness at all, I just squash it? Who am I to do that? Because this thinking is wrong on a level, right? Because we wouldn't do it with a dog, and we won't do it with a cat, and a lot of people have also a bit of remorse over eating beef and chicken and pig, because there's a big industry of these animals. Maybe they have little spaces and gets killed when they're fairly young. These animals, cows and pigs and chickens, and some people, and I think it's okay. I also have a bit of remorse about man's industry of killing animals, and I think it's important to think about the welfare of animals, and a lot of people do. But we have this saying that this guy or girl, that person wouldn't hurt a fly. That's a saying we have, and that means that this person is a good person. It's so good that it wouldn't even hurt a fly. But a lot of us hurt flies, especially when it annoys me like it did. I was working on the computer and it annoyed me, so I killed it. But there's something wrong about this, that my anointment of what is strange and irritating me just should get out of the picture. Before I squashed the fly with the newspaper, I thought, wow, this fly is really stupid. Why doesn't it fly out the window? Why can't it see that it's a window? Why can't it fly a bit back to get a perspective of its surrounding and say, hey, I can fly out the window? I generally believe that a fly is stupid in this way. But does that also give me the right to just kill whatever I think is stupid? It's the same thing with animals again. We do not hurt animals because we think they're stupid. And we shouldn't be allowed to hurt anything that are stupid. Also, if we do, we can say the same thing about man. And that's also the thing. Should we hurt somebody, a person, because they're handicapped, stupid, or whatever? We do not hurt people because we think they're stupid, and that's wrong. This is actually the same mechanism, I think, that's behind racism. When you think about it, racism is also that you are annoyed by something that's strange to you, that's different than you, and you want to get it out of the way because it's annoy you. Of course, most or a lot of people who have racial prejudice against a group of people don't generally go around squashing and killing them. They might just want to work politically or work in the community to get these people out of the community, get them out of their country and so forth. Because it actually annoys them. That's what I'm saying. That racism is like squashing that fly. I'm racist over the fly. I have prejudice over the fly. I have judgment over this fly's life. I'm saying this fly doesn't matter. It irritates me. It doesn't even have the same values and understanding of life as I have, so it should just be squashed. That's wrong of me. And that's the same thing about racism. That's also what we think, that you shouldn't feel this thing about a whole group of people that's different than you, has other values than you, who lives a strange life compared to you. That doesn't give you the right to squash it. With racism, you believe that this race of people or group of people, they behave in a stupid, annoying way. Again, that was my idea about this, that squashing a fly, this thought can lead to racism. I'm not saying if you squash a fly, you are racist. Of course not, that would be stupid. I'm just saying that the extreme version of squashing a fly because it annoys you and you think it's stupid, that can lead to racism, this line of thought. That's why you should speculate about what is wrong with this thought. Again, I'm not saying if you do not think about why you hurt a fly, you will become a racist. Of course not, that would be stupid. Again, I'm a philosopher, I don't make points. I just speculate. I'm just thinking that this is important. I'm not saying in this video that you should never ever hurt a fly. I'm saying when you do, think about it. Speculate that it might be wrong on some level or another. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.